Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I've become a Fitbit person. Anyway, I am going to do today a little update on the video I made recently about the top 10 books I was most excited to read. When I chose those books, I literally went to my shelves and picked the 10 books that gave me the most excited initial gut reaction. And it's going well. I've read half of that list while I'm reading the 5th book now, and I'll do a wrap up of the first 5 books in a video probably either this weekend or next week, so you can see how did they live up to my gut feeling? Who knows? But what I failed to think about when I did that, just going off my gut reaction, is that 8 out of those 10 books were fantasy, which is great, except that my motto for this year has been variety. Don't burn out on any one type of book. And I'm feeling a little bit of the fantasy burnout at this point. And the 5 remaining books I have are all fantasy. So I decided to pick 5 non-fantasy to throw back into the list to intersperse throughout those 5 books I originally picked. Basically. It sounds more complicated than it is. It's not complicated. And because litfic is not jumping out at me in any kind of strong way, I did not go to my shelves and was like, which ones do I want to read the most? I literally went to random.org, picked 5 random numbers, and pulled them from my shelves. So these are totally picked at random. The only thing I changed is I picked one book by an author and there was a book I wanted to read of hers. Another book I wanted to read of hers first. I'll talk about it when I get there. And there was a book that was sort of too fantasy adjacent that I decided to go another way to pick another book because too much fantasy. I also am using this as a sort of, do I want to, I'm feeling some urges towards litfic kind of, but I don't know what I want to read. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. I don't know if my TBR is good anymore. I just don't know. So these books are kind of a test of that. And if I don't like them, I will be DNFing with a quickness. Just out of my house, goodbye. So we'll see how this goes. So yeah, I'm just going to go over the 5 books, not talk too much about them, but just alert you to 5 things that will be coming up on my channel throughout the latter half of the year. The first is not really litfic. I think it's even YA, but it's more like contemporary, like just not fantasy, and that is Queens of Geek by Jen Wild. This is like sort of a fandom focused book, which I've really been enjoying this year. And so yeah, I think this is sort of romancy, people meeting at like fandom, like cons, conventions, and yeah. Fun. So that should be a great palette cleanser for the super long fantasy tomes I have sitting over here. The next book is The Vegetarian by Han Kang. Now, I haven't read this. Look at how this is so striking. Even like on camera. Just red, black, and white is my favorite color combination. This were the colors of my wedding. Well, my wedding was black and white with red accents. So I'm just taking a moment to appreciate the aesthetic. Anyway, I actually chose Human Acts, but I want to read The Vegetarian first, so that's why this is here. The book I replaced the sort of fantasy adjacent book with is Our Hearts Will Burn Us Down. Our Hearts Will Be Broken. It's a movie. Yes, Our Hearts Will Burn Us Down by Anne Valente. So I loved Anne Valente's short story collection, By Light We Know Our Name. It's probably my favorite short story collection of all time. This is her debut novel. I have heard so many terribly mixed things. Everyone says it's written beautifully. It's about a school shooting, I believe, or at least partially about a school shooting. We'll see. It makes me nervous. And then a book I wanted to get to for a long time, so it was lucky that it came up on this little mention here. This random pick, mention, I don't know, whatever. Words. It's after work. Marlena by Julie Bunton, which... My computer's asking me an update. Sorry. So yes, this is about female friendship. Feels very summery, so it might be one of the first books I read. We'll see. And then the final book, Sing Unburied, Sing by Jesmyn Ward. which I have also not read. I have never read any Jesmyn Ward, so again, I'm glad this made it onto the list. So there you have it. Those are the books that I'm going to be throwing in between The Poppy War, Children of Blood and Bone, The Queens of Innislear, Into the Drowning Deep, and Strange the Dreamer. And then these five. So there you go. That's an update. Let me know how your reading is going, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye.